This week in Jamaica Now, the PNP takes to the streets for the renaming of the North-South Highway in honor of Edward Seaga.
I now therefore declare this highway Edward Seaga Highway.
Seaga says he asked Prime Minister Holness for the honor and feels no shame having done so. How thieves try to steal the GSAT joy of a Clarendon school. Attorney Jennifer Messado arrested again on more fraud charges. The latest in the financial irregularities at the Manchester Municipal Corporation. Job jitters Jamaica to lose farm work opportunities in the US. And extending the zones of special operations. The Prime Minister says he's treating the root cause of crime. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. The People's National Party has warned that if re-elected, it will seek to overturn the government's decision to rename the North-South Highway in honor of Prime Minister Edward Seaga. Hours before the renaming ceremony on Tuesday morning, PNP Chairman Fitzjackson led a group of protesters near the Mandela entrance to the highway, saying the government disrespected former Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller, under whose tenure the highway was completed.
Mr. Seaga has done a lot for Jamaica and he should be appropriately honored, but not through the highway. One that he has opposed from its conception and through its development. Find something else appropriate to name after Mr. Seaga and we will give full support to it.
In the meantime, Mr. Seaga says he asked Prime Minister Andrew Holness to name the highway in his honor and he feels no way about doing so.
And when it came to the fact that they were so easily joined, I said, well, that highway should be named after me. And I wasn't embarrassed in telling the Prime Minister so. And in his wisdom, he realized it and accepted it.
4 days after staff and students at the Mocho Primary and infant schools celebrated their triumphs in the Grade 6 Achievement Test, they turned up on Monday morning to find several classrooms burglarized and equipment missing. As a result of the break-in, school was suspended for the day.
Inside here we had an LCD monitor television that has been taken. The guidance counselor's office has also been vandalized. The drawers have been taken out, so all the things are strewn on the floor.
A day later, there was grief in St. James after a 7-year-old boy was fatally hit by a car being reversed by a teacher. The teacher had apparently lost control of the car and also slammed into a wall. In the courts this week, Attorney Jennifer Messado was on Tuesday granted bail in the sum of $5 million on an additional fraud charge. She is accused of fraudulently collecting $30 million from dancehall artist Mavado and $28 million from businessman Norman Horn and his sister to buy properties. It's Messado's third fraud matter in the past month, and a fourth is pending. And on Thursday, dancehall entertainer Capleton returned to court on a rape charge. His bail was extended to July 13 when the matter will again be mentioned. In the meantime, the prosecution was given until Thursday to disclose to the defense the evidence it has against Capleton. Fewer than 24 hours after it reported that there were no deaths from dengue fever in the island, the health ministry has backtracked. The ministry now says there has been one presumed dengue-related death so far this year. Up to June 11, the ministry received a total of 6 notifications of possible dengue-related deaths. In the meantime, another 2 deaths have fit the clinical case. Councillor for the Spiritual Division in the Manchester Municipal Corporation, Irving Facey, is taking a leave of absence. Just over a week ago, he resigned as deputy mayor but remained as councillor following the discovery that he signed documents for the payment of more than $1 million to an entity and an individual before the necessary approval. 2 members of the council's accounts department also resigned. Meanwhile, the Petrojam management came under fire this week after it was revealed that its chairman collected $8,000 in expenses for an official trip to London he never made. In May, the Central Manchester MP Peter Bunting raised the matter in Parliament, and the Parliamentary Committee learned on Tuesday that the money was returned only a week ago. Several Jamaicans could miss out on an opportunity for temporary jobs in the U.S. as a number of American companies have decided to exclude Jamaica from the annual work program. The Sunday Gleaner reported that at least 26 U.S. firms have signaled their intention to avoid Jamaicans because of losses suffered following a recent attempt by a local employment agency to scam persons selected to be part of the annual work program. Co-founder of U.S. Americans Attorney-at-Law John Gallo says as a result, more than 300 Jamaicans will miss out on an opportunity to work overseas in non-agricultural areas such as in the hotel industry and as landscapers. The opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips has proposed an expert study to examine the effectiveness of the Zones of Special Operations ZOSO. This week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness moved in Parliament a resolution for a 60-day extension of the ZOSO in Mount Salem, St. James and Denham Town in Kingston. Dr. Phillips said this study would help legislators to make more informed decisions when the ZOSO Act is reviewed in the coming months. This is the 5th extension for the ZOSO in Mount Salem, which took effect on September 1, and the 4th for Denham Town, which became effective on October 17. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, World Cup predictions from the streets of Kingston.
England straight, my daddy. Right now, I just watch a tournament, I not die-hearted, you know. Because I bet on football, you know. Every match we play, I one side, you know. Because I bet, you know. So I not die-hearted, you know. I just bring Portugal through. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. I rate him.
I now switch, I rather take 14 this year. I get 7 last World Cup. I rather take 7 this year and make it 14. I now switch. Brazil for real life.
Without Brazil, there's no World Cup or Girl Cup.
Germany is a side I really like from a longer while. Because my born come see my father a German in deal it straight. So come like me just take it off fine. Straight German.
I mean, you have to give Portugal a shot to create history, and that me say as a Jamaican, I want Portugal to create the history.
Because some parodies I like Brazil for my kids. Yeah, I mean I want Germany to get to this trip because Germany never come out in the first one because Brazil have to take back them crown and lift up back Pele.
Argentina, Messi.
Yeah, no, I miss La Roja, you see what I say, the whole Spaniard them. Yeah man, when I left them out man. Good football to watch, you know.
Brazilian in my eyes, so Germany, well, whip them again. Whip them.